Hello students, this is Debarchana Raut, lecturer in computer science. In our previous slides, we have been discussing the insertion operation. In our this slides or coming slides, we will be discussing about the deletion operation. So, at the very first case, deletion at the end of the linear array. So deletion at the end of the linear array, the algorithm are, when we are going to delete any element either at the end of the linear array or at the beginning of the linear array or at any given position of the linear array, basically what we have to do, as in the insertion operation, when we were checking that is the linear array is having some space to insert any element. So we were checking that is the upper bound is equal to max minus 1. If it was satisfying, then yes, then it means that there is no space in the linear array. When it was not satisfying, then there is any space in the linear array and we can insert any data. But in the deletion operation, what we need to check is actually there is any element in the linear array. If there is any element, then only we can do the deletion operation. So we have to check at the very first step if the upper bound is equal to null. If it satisfies the condition, then it will print underflow that there is no element in the linear array and we cannot perform any deletion operation here. So it will print underflow and it will exit. If it does not satisfy the condition upper bound is equal to null, then it has at least one element so that we can perform the deletion operation. So if it does not satisfy, obviously it will come to the second step. In the second step, we will check that we will assign the upper bound as null. Okay, if there is any one element also, we will be first assigning the upper bound to null. Then we will be decreasing the upper bound value to 1. So let us take one example and explain. For example, the size of the array is, or the size of the linear array is 5. That is from a of 0 to a of 4. Okay. So for example, there are 4 elements in the array. So obviously the upper bound will be from a of 0 to a of 3. There are 4 elements, a of 0, a of 1, a of 2 and a of 3. Okay, so there are 4 elements. I want to delete the element at the a of 3 position. Okay, so what I have to do, I will just assign a of upper bound, that is a of 3 position, to the null. Okay, I will assign null to a of 3 position, or we can say a of upper bound position. Now our work is done, that is the deletion at the end position or deletion at a of 3 position is done. But still there is a problem that a of 3 is still be taken as the upper bound position. But we don't want the upper bound position to be a of 3. Obviously, as it is the data is deleted from the end of the linear array, we need the next or the previous data position as the upper bound. If a of 3 data is been deleted, then we want a of 2 to be the upper bound position. So for that, at step 3, we will be decreasing the upper bound position by 1. Okay, so previously the upper bound position was a of 3. Now it is decreased by 1. Now the upper bound position is 2. Or a of 2 we can say is the final last position. So it is In both ways it is satisfying the deletion of the end of the linear array or the end element of the linear array, as the value of the upper bound position was set null, that the data is deleted. Next, the upper bound position was decremented by 1, or the upper bound was shifted to the one less element or previous element, that is it was shifted to 2. Now our work is done. Deletion at the end of the linear array is completed. So finally we will stop and exit. This is the fourth step. So this was the algorithm for deletion at the end of the linear array. I think you have got the deletion operation. In our next slides we will be studying about deletion at the beginning of the linear array. This much for this slide. Thank you.